All right, Mount fans, welcome back. My name is Adam Pohl, and I've got Jalen Jefferson with us here today during our halftime show. Jalen, it's been a lot of fun to see the growth in your game, and thank you for being with us here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before we kind of get into you as a player, because I really want to talk about that, it's got to be so unique to be enjoying this collegiate experience with not only a brother, but a twin brother, Malik. I mean, you guys obviously had to grow up spending so much time together. And what has it been like to be on this journey together?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We ever since I want to say like fifth grade, we just been like pushing each other basketball wise in school, just pretty much every aspect. So it's been pretty good.
But for you as a player, it's funny because you play a similar position, but I feel like you guys do have unique games. Malik is really a guy that is so broad shouldered, back to the bucket, kind of defender, and I think you bring a lot of athleticism to the table. So what has that been like? Because people I think can kind of put you in the same category, but really you guys are two unique athletes.
Yeah, so ever since high school, I would say we had kind of different builds. So we played different positions in high school. So then when we got here, it was kind of weird that we were kind of like put together in that sort of way, but it's been pretty good.
So many people in basketball, they think about one thing, right? As an individual player, I mean, and that's how many points can I score? I personally love basketball players that do a little bit of it all and really bring something to the game that when you look, at a stat sheet in the end, you don't really see it. And I really see you as one of those players, kind of like in that Dennis Rodman type mold, if that makes sense. I mean, what do you take a lot of pride in that? I mean, the hustle plays, the rebounding, the boxing out, the screening. I mean, you do so many things that helps this team and gives it a spark when you come to the game.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of good scorers. So to get on the court, I think sometimes you got to rebound, you got to defend and stuff. So I think it's important to try to do a little bit of that.
You seem to me to be a very positive person, that positive outlook, type. Tell me about that theory, like energy, like in everything you do, but including when you come onto the court. Because if you're coming off the bench, you're going to come in there, you're going to be in there for a spurt of time, and you want to affect the game in a positive way. And that is something that you've really been able to do. So talk to me about how you bring energy to the court and your everyday life.
Oh yeah, one thing the coach always says is when you go in there with fresh legs, you should always be the first one down the court. So because he says when you're not the first, he assumes you're tired, so you're coming out. So if I'm only going to be in there for like a minute, I might as well try to bring some energy while I'm in there.
Tell me about your family. I know you have a special family. You're from down in the Richmond area. What was it like growing up down there? And was basketball always a true love? And how did they support you in that pursuit?
Yeah, basketball was always a big part of my family. Even like the summers was always for AAU.
Hmm.
After school was always practice. It was always for pretty much my whole childhood. It was all about basketball, pretty much.
So for you to be able to play at a place like Mount St. Mary's, and I know we're missing the fans this year, but compared to other NEC schools, the Mount has a much greater following. There's so much more passion behind the program. How much does that mean to you as a player?
Oh yeah, that's big because one thing I noticed when my freshman year was the fans are so devoted. Like even after the games, like just people you never even met just coming up and talk to you about the game. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that before.
And also, what about the Scholastic experience at the Mount? I know that this is a unique year. You guys had a great grade point average as a team this year during a pandemic. I don't know how you guys pulled it off, but what is it about this university that makes it so special?
Oh, I would say the teachers really care too,
Mhm.
because at some schools I've heard the professors don't really like listen to their students. They're just trying to get through the material and stuff. But the teachers here, if I miss a class, I can email them, talk to them about it, they understand. And I think it's important to have that sort of give and take to be successful in college.
Well, Jalen, we really appreciate it. It's been great having you here. You've been a part of this. You're the beginning of this growth period for Mount St. Mary's, and it's so much fun to watch you play. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we're back to Not Arena right after this.